it was dreadful. We got it wrong in the first half, massively wrong. I think Rafael Varane going off injured didn't help, although when he was on the pitch it wasn't pretty either. I think the selection of not picking Casemiro left us too open. Bruno and Eriksen in there is too open to play against Manchester City, I think. Previous times when we've played well against
Yes, welcome back to another City Extra stream with
on?
me, Johnny Poddy, and a big LB. That's how we used to do our thingy podcast intros. That.
yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to another stream. Pep to go strong. Is he going to rest a few players? Is Haaland going to start again? Who knows what's going to happen? We'll have a discussion about it today, give you our thoughts on this whole situation. But before we do, make sure you drop a like on the stream. We need 20 people to drop a thumbs up on the stream to get us to 100 likes. Please make sure you've done that. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. We're 60 subscribers away from 64,000. So if you are in here for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Get us to 64,000 subscribers. And a massive shout out to the GOATs at OneFootball. They sponsored today's preview. If you don't know what OneFootball are, they have an app that you can download on your phone, iPhone and Android as well. And when you download it completely for free, select City as your favourite team and you get all the City news straight to your phone completely for free. I'm talking transfer news, transfer rumours, in-game stats, in-game commentary, match previews and reviews, and some football on there as well. All completely free, guys. So go check it out. You can use our link in the description. Free, and you help support us. You really do.
Also, we was actually using the OneFootball app last night and we was watching the Champions League games, getting all the information.
Yes, Tedzy. Well done. Congratulations, bro. You're in the right place.
you made the right choice.
Yes.
yes, Tedzy, mate. Appreciate you becoming a member or rejoining.
Yeah, well, let's get into it then. So City taking on Copenhagen tonight. Let's have a little look at the table, how it stands right now. City are top after 2 matches. We're on 6 points. Borussia Dortmund in second on 3 points after they obviously got beat off us in the last game. Copenhagen, our opponents tonight, are in third with a point, and Seville also fourth with a point. Obviously, them two drawn against each other. Borussia Dortmund are taking on Seville tonight, and obviously we got Copenhagen. This is a really, really important game. We spoke about this quite a lot. However, we want to be in a situation come match day 5 and match day 6 where we can rest players, just so we can have a little bit of a rest, and players are not playing a game every 3 days. Now until the World Cup. You don't really want to be dropping points tonight, because if you do, that might let Borussia Dortmund back in. They've got a game against Seville. Seville obviously have had a slow start to La Liga. I think they're starting to pick up a little bit now. But if Borussia Dortmund win tonight and we drop points, that'll allow Borussia Dortmund back into the race, which means that when City go and play Borussia Dortmund away in Germany at the end of this month, that then becomes a really, really huge game. If we can box off these 2 games against Copenhagen tonight and next week, we basically go to Germany and then the final game against Seville with not much sweat. So it's a massive, massive game tonight. I know some people might not be that interested in it or find it a little bit boring, Copenhagen, but this is a really, really crucial match to City's success in the season coming ahead.
I see people in the chat saying Dortmund at home or away, and Dortmund are away against Seville. I think if City drop points tonight, it kind of like writes off the work that we've done against Dortmund already. Because Dortmund are our main rivals for the top of this group. Yep. It kind of like wipes that away. It kind of brings it back to a level playing field. Yeah. And you don't really want that going into the rest of the games. I think get the game won tonight. Do you know what I mean? Go strong in the team, for me personally anyway. Go strong in the team, get the game won, and then it really eases off like basically, the longer the games go, then each game becomes easier and easier because there's less pressure on them games. Yeah. You don't need to get the wins. Hopefully, do you know what I mean? The ideal situation is that Dortmund lose tonight against Seville,
correct,
or just drop points.
That'd be huge.
Because if Dortmund lose tonight,
or even a draw,
but if they lose and we win, what would the points difference be then? 6 points difference. Yep. See, that's mega. That's mega.
It is. Even a draw is not the worst result in the world. Yeah, it really is a huge night. It really, really is a huge night. You're in match day 3 now, and tonight is really a night that dictates how this month goes and how November goes. Because, like I say, if you win the game and you get a positive result in Seville with Dortmund maybe dropping points or losing or drawing the game, that really allows City and Pep Guardiola to relax a little bit come match day 5 and especially match day 6. Now, I've looked at match day 6, match day 5. I don't think there's any major games around there, but that's not the point. The point is right now we're in a situation where playing a game every three days is tough. Although City usually do well and they usually thrive in this situation. However, there does become a point where if you're playing a game every three days for the next 8 weeks, that is very tough. If you can have a vision of sight for a particular game or a couple of games where you can go, well, that game there, I can rest my players. I can take out the likes of Haaland and Kev and that, and rest and play maybe some of the fringe players. That just becomes a lot easier to plan. So tonight, massive game. Copenhagen. I checked the league table yesterday. I'm not 100% sure what's going on in their league. I don't know when they actually start, but they're currently 6th in their league. But they played 11 matches, so I'm not sure. Are they mid-season or they got it's Danish league? But they're 6th.
There is a guy actually, Daniel Schnell. He said that next week he's actually from Denmark, bro. So he'll know the situation.
Do they have the same? Like do they start the season at the same start of us? Because if they did, then they've had a shocking start, bro. They've played 11, won 5, drawn none, lost 6, scoring 18 goals and conceding 17 goals.
Yeah, so it says that they're not doing well.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty interesting, that start there. They did win the last game, but yeah, look, we're at home. I really think City need to go strong tonight.
There you go, but it starts in July.
Oh, their starts in July. Well,
and they only have 32 games.
It's pretty mad that, Copenhagen now with a poor start to their season, and obviously they're currently sat there in 3rd. Do they have a chance of getting Europa League football? Probably, man, because obviously Seville haven't had the best starts to the season. I'm going to tell you what Seville are saying, because I think they've started to pick up now. I know they've not, bro. Seville have played 7, won 1, drawn 2, lost 4. They're having a terrible start. So I don't know, man. It's a bit of an interesting one, this one. I am really interested to see how the game goes tonight, because on one hand I'm like, I think we'll absolutely smash them. I think we'll absolutely destroy Copenhagen. But then on the other hand, I'm like, sometimes when you play a team that's having bad league form, sometimes they can kind of like thrive in a cup competition because they're not thinking about the league. I don't know.
Yeah, I just seen someone in the chat there say that Copenhagen have just sacked the manager. But I'm not sure if that's entirely
I've not
true.
Seen anything about
I just checked that, but I'm not sure if that's true. But if it is, then that's pretty mad.
I've gone on Google, and Google's not saying anything about that. But
it's SH FIFA says they just fired the coach last week, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure on the situation. But nevertheless, it's Sion White said a few games ago. This is their manager's second game.
Google, bro.
Google's just a rip. Google it.
I googled it. Yeah.
I'm literally, bro. I'm on Google right now. I put Copenhagen manager sack.
Yeah.
And nothing there, bro.
Google finished.
Google's just finished.
Anthony with a $2 super chat. Yes, bro. Says we will win 100. 100%, mate. We got the dub.
100.
I'm not the real Buffy with a 9. Says Liverpool 2-0 Rangers, free kick and a penalty, but United and Arsenal laughing at Spurs because Spurs do 0-0 away in Germany. Very good point for Spurs in my opinion. Yeah, but Conte getting cooked at the moment, mate. Like Tottenham fans are not happy at all. Tottenham fans are not happy with Conte.
Heung-min Son's getting cooked as well, saying that his footballing ability is in the bin at the moment.
Yeah, it is. It's mad.
Like he's basically saying that he's been arse and he shouldn't be playing for him.
He's had a bad time.
It's pretty mad because he scored that 10-minute hat-trick against Leicester, didn't he?
Yeah. Guys, what are we thinking on the strength of the team? Are we going full ham? Are we basically playing like the same team as we played against United, or are we resting a few players? Are we playing strong but putting a few fringe players in there? What if
should we go through our? I can't do an on-screen thing. We can just go through because it's a bit dead.
It's a bit dead.
We can go through what our team would be.
I think we should go through it. I think we should do like a predicted 11 or like our wanted 11.
So obviously, you know what I was just about to say. Obviously, it's Edison in there.
Yeah.
But I don't think it is obvious. I think it will be Edison personally, but
it is definitely Edison. Ortega's not going to come in until we've qualified or top the group. So Ortega's going to be looking at match day 5, match day 6. Yeah, so it's going to be Edison.
In my head, I would have said Ortega. Do you know what I mean? Just because in my head, I'm like, no worries. But it's full send mode. It is full send mode, so it will be Edison. So right backs. Well, in fact, let's start left back. I think left back is the easier place to start. I think personally it's Sergio Gomez. I don't see Cancelo coming in and playing left back. I do think Cancelo will play. I just think it's going to be Gomez at left back. I think Gomez actually was the guy in the press conference as well, bro.
Yeah. I think Sergio Gomez to make a start today. It'll be an interesting game because people keep on asking us in the stream and in watch-alongs, what do you think of Gomez? What do you think of Gomez? And Mukesh there with a super chat says what Gomez did the press conference.
Yeah, confirming it. Yes.
I just think with Sergio Gomez, I said this basically as soon as we signed him. I'm not going to make a full opinion on this guy until I've seen him in multiple games. And right now, my assessment on him is this. He looks very good on the ball. Very, very good. His technical ability looks second to none. It really is. When he goes into midfield and plays inverted, he looks fine. You know what I mean? Zinchenko used to do that, and he looks on par, if not better than Zinchenko. Going forward in crossing positions, obviously got the assist for Erling Haaland at the weekend.
Very good assist.
Looks very decent there as well.
Yeah.
The huge, and it's not just a small talking point, it's absolutely gigantic. The big point on Sergio Gomez is, can this guy defend? Do you know what I mean? Because ultimately, that is what's going to cost him at City, if he ends up leaving, is his defending abilities. Now, I remember when we were signing him and we looked at the scouting report, and there was a couple of things that I remember seeing. One, that he gets caught up the pitch too much and therefore leaves the defence exposed on the left-hand side.
Cancelo season.
Yeah, and secondly, he's just defending isn't as good, because he was never a defender growing up. He was always an attacking player. He was an attacking midfielder. So that's going to be the huge sticking point. If he plays today at left back, I don't think we're going to see too much defending, because I think City will dominate the ball. However, that is the area of his game which is going to be where we're looking at. But yeah, I think Sergio Gomez start tonight. I agree. Cancelo is obviously going to be playing right back with Walker.
Gomez.
Have we had any update on Walker, by the way?
Nah.
Just still a rip, like he's not injured. We've not had any, like, how long is he going to be out for? I didn't see anything in the press conference about it.
I didn't see anything.
I just seen that he was out in the press conference, but they never said how long it's going to be.
I guess maybe they don't know in it. Maybe they don't know what the situation is yet. He's not. Mukesh says he's not training. Tedsy, yes, Tedsy with a 2 says, do you think DJ Grillo will start? Well, Tedsy, we'll get on to that in a second. We're just going through the back line and we'll get on to our front three in a minute. Centre-back wise, I think this is a big area. This is
a huge area.
This
is
why
I have to poll this.
Yeah, I put Akanji on the thumbnail because there is a chance that Akanji starts. Is this the first time we see Akanji and Laporte together? I mean, that's a genuine option. But Ruben Diaz was fully rested against Manchester United, which makes me think Ruben Diaz will play in this game. So it could be the return of Diaz and Laporte.
Okay, so my opinion on this, Laporte has to start this game. Laporte has to start this game. I know this is a huge game and we need to win. However, Laporte's been in training now for about 2.5, 3 weeks. That's a long time. He come on at the weekend for 10, 15 minutes.
Pep did say he's been training very, very well as well.
Yeah, he's been training very well. I start Laporte tonight to get him some minutes. Do I play him the full 90 minutes? Probably not. But will starting Laporte tonight cost us a game? No. So me personally, I'm looking at it right now, yeah. You've got a fully fit Akanji, you've got a fully fit Diaz, a fully fit Ake. John Stones is injured, and you got Laporte there. So you got 3 fully fit centre-backs, 1 who needs minutes and 1 that's out. So why not help Laporte join the other 3 and get him that match fitness? So for me, the first centre-back I'm starting tonight is Laporte. To get him them minutes.
That's what literally I was just about to say the exact same thing, bro. The fact that Laporte needs the time. I wouldn't play him the full 90 minutes though. I'd get him off for like 60 minutes.
I agree.
I don't think it's worth the risk of him potentially getting injured again. But yeah, he has been training for a very long time. So I think Laporte starts in my ideal world. In Pep's ideal world, I don't know if that's the same. Pep might just bring him on again as a sub. But I think this is a good game to start him in. Personally, I'd be starting him in both of these Copenhagen games. So yeah, I think it should be Laporte, and then the other centre back is pretty much up for grabs. You could go for. I mean, I'd say Ake. You could go for Ake Laporte, but then I think it'd be more likely to be Diaz or Akanji.
I didn't see the chat then, but was pretty much everyone in agreement that Laporte should start? So in that case, then
the only I see one or two people saying that bring him on. Do you know what I mean, basically? But a lot of people were saying that Laporte should start.
Yeah, I'd start him and give him an hour. So I'll do a poll. Who plays next to Laporte? Ake, Diaz and Akanji. Obviously, John Stones is still out. So there you go. There's the poll. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
I think it's Ruben Diaz.
I think Diaz as well. I think I'd go for Ruben Diaz.
He was fully rested against United. Why keep him out for 2 games? You know what I mean? There's no point.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm looking at it and going, I'm probably not going to play Ake because Laporte's playing. I'll probably bring Ake on for Laporte on the 60th minute, so that's done. Then I'm looking at, okay, so do I play Diaz or Akanji? Okay, Akanji is slamming at the moment, but Diaz didn't play the last game, so I want to keep his match sharpness ready.
I'd also say that Akanji's played a lot of football recently. Since he's been here, he's started pretty much every single game he's played.
Yeah. I think I start Diaz and Laporte tonight. I think that's what I do.
I think it's Diaz-Laporte. I think it's the remontada of Diaz-Laporte season. And that's a very solid back line. And I think the chat seems to be going with our general consensus, bro. Obviously, at the moment, Diaz got 69%, Akanji on 24%, Ake on 7%, because I think we all know basically Laporte's occupying Ake's space there. A
couple of people in the chat saying keep the momentum, keep Akanji in there, but I don't think there's going to be a lot for Akanji to do tonight. You know what I mean? I think tonight's a case of playing a strong side, but where possible, rest the players. And I think Akanji will probably come back in for the weekend game on Saturday against Southampton. So I hear what people are saying about the momentum and stuff about Akanji, and I fully understand why people will be saying that. But for me, I just think I'm looking at playing Laporte to get in minutes for him, because right now he's not with Diaz, Akanji and Ake. He's not in that fully fit mould. He's not got the sharpness.
I mean, he's not played a single Premier League game. I mean, he's played 10 minutes of a game.
So that's why I play him, so he can join the other three. So we've got 4 fit, ready centre-backs. And Diaz didn't play the last game, so I want to play him to keep his sharpness up. Play Laporte for 60 minutes, obviously, and then bring Ake on to keep his sharp. I just think this is the best way of doing it. And Akanji will probably come back in for the weekend game. But it's certainly one that people...
The thing is, if you put Diaz in now... Then at the weekend, obviously, because if he has 2 games out and then you throw him at the weekend, I think, it's better for him to play now. And then at the weekend, then you have the option of throwing Diaz and Akanji back in again together, because then Diaz is still fresh, Akanji is still fresh. They could both come back in for the Southampton game.
Yeah, no, completely agree. Rune Dogs, yes, with a super chat with the $8, yes, bro. Says, I'm keen to see Grealish play. Finally been looking himself after a poor start. Would love to see him score again to get his season going.
I think that's what he needs right now. I think his peak at the moment of his performance is really good. His performance against United was mint.
Yeah.
But he's coming off disappointed because he's not impacted it directly, but he has impacted it, mate. Go back and watch the game. You were sick.
Yeah.
He needs to, if he gets himself a goal, he'll be absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
That's what he needs. I think that's basically, that'll top it off right now. If he gets himself a goal and then just keep this momentum going of how his trajectory of his games right now, I think we're on to something here. We're on to something. We could finally be about to see the Grealish that we thought we was getting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. A lot of people asking about Jack Grealish. We'll come on to that in just a second. Right, midfield then.
This is a big one. CDM.
See,
it's a big one, but for me, I think it's pretty easy. But I think people might have different
Go on,
ideas.
what you saying?
I think Gundo starts. I don't want to risk Rodri, me. I think Gundo starts, but Rodri was kind of fit. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be a bit of a mix.
It's difficult because we don't obviously we're not privy to what the actual full injury was on Rodri.
It was a calf injury, but we don't know the extent. Do you know what I mean? We don't know the extent of it, but I just think Gundo plays again.
You're just thinking, don't risk it.
Yeah, because bro, Rodri's vital, bro. We have one CDM really. Gundogan isn't our CDM. We have one CDM, and it is Rodri. Protect him at all costs.
Yeah, well, I put a poll in the chat, by the way, guys. So if you want to have your vote on Gundogan or Rodri,
personally, I'd play Gundo, bro, and bring Rodri on if he's fit enough. Do you know what I mean? Bring him on for like 20 minutes at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Well, I won't give him a lot. Do you know what I mean? But then I think in my head I'm thinking to myself, I kind of want Rodri to play against Southampton. So does he need more minutes before then? But he's only been out for a game.
Been out for a game, yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. It's difficult. Again, this choice here of the CDM for this stream is difficult because we don't know what the actual issue with Rodri is. It doesn't sound like a bad issue because he was tested on the day of the derby and they just decided to leave him out. But if he was tested on the day of the derby, clearly it wasn't a major issue. So, and he's been in training, so he's probably completely fine. However, having said that, if you play him tonight to rush him back and he aggravates that injury and then he's out for a couple of weeks, that will be borderline disastrous. So, yeah, I think that I'd probably go the same route. I think I'd probably go Gundogan in a 6. But I think I would be looking on playing... I'd be bringing Rodri on for the final 10, 15 minutes or something because you don't want to be playing Gundogan, Kevin and Bernardo for the full 90 minutes. So I go with the majority of the chat and you, obviously, with Gundogan. 77% of the stream have voted for Gundogan. But I would be looking at bringing Rodri on for 15 minutes or so at the end. Because he's clearly all right.
Yeah, he's clearly fine. He's clearly fine.
This is just a sort of, we're being smart.
It's a precaution.
We're doing anti-Tottenham here. We're thinking about not injuring our players. So, 200 votes in the poll there. 77% of the stream said Gundogan, and I would agree with that. But I seriously would bring on Rodri at the end.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Arav, mate, says everyone's forgotten Phillips. We've not forgotten him. He just can't play because he's gone for surgery on his shoulder. So
we forgot that.
You forgot Phillips. We didn't forget Phillips. Super chats then. I'm not real Buffy. Yes. With a 449 says I'm not happy because I wanted to watch the boxing on Saturday night, but Conor Ben has failed a drugs test, and hopefully we can win 6-0. Well, hopefully we can win 6-0, and you can also still watch the boxing on Saturday night because it's still going ahead.
Yeah, still going ahead.
He failed a drug test, but basically Eddie Hearn and that they've all agreed that the fight can still go ahead. Yeah. He's not like the doping test; he hasn't failed that, so good. Still good to go.
Patrick Carolus, member for 26 months. That's absolutely insane.
Yes.
It's going to be wild when people start to get to 30 months, by the way.
By the way, there is another badge. There's 2 more badges that you can get now. Oh. So, Joe, we thought like the 2 years. That's why it's the GOAT, innit?
Yeah.
What? Maybe 36 months has to be like a gold goat.
A crown.
A crown, yeah. Crown. You go from a goat to a king.
Says, yes, another month, looking good. Yeah, 2 goats. Cheers. Thank you, Bray.
Yes, Patrick, mate.
Thank you, Bray. That's nice. Right, okay, so we've decided to go for Gundogan in the CDM. Let's have a look at our attacking midfield. Before we do, guys, if you could do us one favour today, please go and check out our sponsor. It's OneFootball. They've got an app that you can download on your phone and your iPads and all that. It's completely free to download. All you have to do is click the link in the description, select City as your favourite team or whoever you support, and you get all the team news before the game, match previews, match report, you get in-game stats, which is absolutely sick, in-game commentary, transfer news and transfer rumours. It's all completely free, and if you download it, you help support the channel. So if you could do us one big favour today, please go download that. The link is in the description and the pinned comment there as well. So massive GGs and dubs to everyone in the chat that helped support the channel by doing that. So thanks a lot. Right, attacking midfield. Boom. Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo, isn't it?
It is that.
Is that it?
It is that.
Is there anything else that we can do? Or is it just that?
You could put Phil Ford and Grealish in there, but that's just not going to happen.
Prince J in the chat saying play Cole Palmer. Grealish in Cam, says Benno. Have we just gone boom, or is there actually things that we can potentially do?
There are things that we can do, not Pep.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, Grealish is a Cam, mate. Put Grealish in the Cam. Do all that. Nah, mate.
It's not going to happen. Lauren's curious to see how he does. I'm
curious as well. I want to see it.
Is there a chance that we could actually rest? Well, okay. Do we approach this as attacking 5? Should we have a look at the attacking 5? Because that might be easier then. It might be easier. Joe, by the way, member for 22 months, says not long till that GOAT badge. Keep smashing it, boys. Yes,
Joe.
Thanks a lot for the support, Joe. Should we have a look at the attacking 5 as a whole? Because it might be easier then.
Yeah, okay. Well, tell you what, we'll start at the head of it, but we'll start up top. Because then we can work around that. And so start up top. Now, this is another big question. This might have to be a poll as well, bro. Because this is another big question. This is now, do you keep Erling Haaland's momentum going, or do you rest Erling Haaland? It's grim.
Well, it's funny you say that, bro, because last night I was in deep thought.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
I was like, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? So I've just put that poll. Do you play or rest Haaland? There we go. And I asked our Twitter followers. If you're not following us on Twitter, by the way, go to City Extra Pod, and that's where me and Jordan, you'll find our tweets. And a tweet board said, do we consider resting Haaland at any point, or do we just keep playing him to keep the momentum? Dilemma. Thinking face. So
it's a big question.
Yeah, it's a big question. I put the poll in the chat there, guys. At what point do you take Haaland out, or do you not? Do you just keep playing him and take him off? People keep saying to me, yeah, but he's not going to the World Cup. I understand that, but that's 8 weeks away. Are you going to play him in every single game then until the World Cup and just rest him then? How are we going to manage him? Because the worst thing in the world, we do not want to overplay him and get him injured. That'd be stupid. Does he have to play tonight? We've got Alvarez there. We've got a false 9 that we could play.
There's a thing that as well, he's not going to want to be rested.
He's not going to be rested, no.
He ain't going to be happy if he's sat on that bench. He wants to be playing in the Champions League. He wants to be playing it. So, I think, I think we start Haaland. Bro, we said before, when we first started this stream, that this game is massively important to our group.
Yeah.
So, we start Haaland, 60 minutes,
Yeah.
then we change it. Whether that's for Alvarez and Alvarez gets the last 40 minutes, or if Alvarez starts, you can bring on someone else and switch it up a little bit, and Alvarez can then shift into the middle.
Yeah. Just a quick one, by the way. I've just Googled it. Top goal scorers in the Champions League of all time. Erling Haaland, 37. He's at his level with Mario Gomez and Edin Dzeko. He's got Luis Suarez on 26. If he goes another hat-trick, he'll be on 29. He'll go to the top 30. He'll be players like David Trezeguet, Roy Mackay and Patrick Kluivert.
That's
if he gets a hat-trick. So he's only 4 off Wayne Rooney.
That's
He's 4
insane.
off Samuel Eto'o. Mate, what the hell?
Do you know, it feels like a con, the amount of goals that that these like legends of the game scored in the Champions League. You know, because I always imagine like Eto'o, bro. You're thinking, right, he's got to be right up there at the top. Nah, mate, he's down in. Like,
so he's already
30s.
on 26, right? And so like, mate, Thomas Muller, for example, is only on 52 and he's 7th of all time. But we'll have that by like 2 seasons.
That's pretty mad.
He'll be in the top 10 Champions League goal scorers within 2 seasons. And he'll be 24.
That's pretty mad.
He's going to finish. I reckon Haaland finishes his career as all-time top goal scorer in the Champions League, bro. Ronaldo's on 140. Ronaldo's never going to score another goal again. Lionel Messi's
He's never going to score.
Lionel Messi's on 126. He's probably got one more season in him next year because he's going back to Barcelona. So he might get some more goals. But yeah, he'll finish his career the top goal scorer in the Champions League of all time. That's actually wild. Sorry, going off tangent. I just seen it. I wanted to know in my head. I was like, I wonder where he is. It's kind of mad.
Yeah, it's pretty mad, that, bro. It's pretty mad. So
we're playing him then.
To be fair, the chat is voted play as well. I think we play him. I
think we play him.
I think we play him. It's an important game.
But I think it's also an important question.
Yeah.
Because you can't play him for 90 minutes. I know people keep saying, oh yeah, but he's not going to the World Cup. Yep. But it don't mean you can play him for 90 minutes in every single game now until the 25th of November or whenever it is. That's just ridiculous. You have to rest him or you have to take him off at some point.
I think that's why I think it's important to keep taking him off, like say after 60 minutes, take him off.
Yeah.
I think maximum, like SHV for this is there, maximum, and then J Brooks as well. I think this is a general consensus during the chat. Let's play 60 minutes, switch it up.
Yeah.
Because then he's getting rest.
Yeah. I'm not the real buff here with the 179 says rest Haaland before he gets a very serious injury. I do think that you need to, like I say, I do think you need to rest him at some point. Whether that's a full, you're not playing the whole game, or whether it's just you're being subbed off for at 60 minutes. The thing is, he wants to play. He wants to score goals. He wants records. So I don't think he'd take too kindly to be rested. However, I think if he gets a couple of goals within the first hour, just take him off, man. Just take him off and just say, right, buzzing. You got a couple of goals. He keeps up his record of scoring, and he's fresh then for Saturday.
Yeah.
Right. Next up, I want to talk about Alvarez, because I think that Alvarez is kind of crucial to who else plays. Alvarez obviously come in. He's done very well since he's come in. I think we're all sort of buzzing about him. Does he start tonight? Is this a situation where he can start the game? Currently played 20 minutes against Seville, 32 against Borussia Dortmund, 12 against West Ham, 16 Bournemouth, 29 Crystal Palace, 90 against Nottingham Forest, 18 Wolves, 15 United. So pretty much only coming off the bench at the moment, only starting one game. Is this a game where he could start? Could this be his second start in a Manchester City shirt? And if so, where do you play him? Do you play him on the right or do you play him on the left-hand side?
See, this is an interesting one, because I think this depends on whether Mahrez, if you're full sending Mahrez tonight.
I don't know. In my head, I start Mahrez, but I don't think he starts based on Pep Guardiola's comments yesterday in the press conference.
I'm with you on that as well, because why would he be saying that if he's starting?
Correct. I don't think Mahrez starts. I mean, I would be looking to get Mahrez in this team soon.
Bro, I want Mahrez to start.
But I don't think he does.
I fully want him to start. I think Mahrez, 100%, he needs the minutes. But given off what Pep said in the press conference, is weird. Why would he be saying that if he's starting the game? He's saying he's not like up to, or is he saying that to put a little bit of pressure on him, so when he does play his game, he's saying like, look, a bit of pressure on you here, you need to do bits.
Yeah, I think I start Alvarez right wing.
Because on the basis that Mahrez isn't starting?
Yeah, because I don't think Mahrez will start based on the comments that he made yesterday. It'd be very strange for Pep Guardiola to say, basically, he's not in the right physical condition, and then start him in a game, in a Champions League game, which is quite a big match.
Yeah,
it's quite a big match tonight. So I would find that very, very strange. You know?
Yeah, I think that's...
Mukesh says, with
I
a
think
super
so,
chat,
yeah.
Alvarez second striker, Bernardo right wing. Yeah, or you could play Foden right wing. Don't have to be Bernardo.
It could be Phil Foden right wing.
But Bernardo right wing and Alvarez second striker has looked pretty decent when they've played that.
Yeah, no, they have done that. I think, basically, this is why I see it going. I think it's going to be... See, in my head, I do see still thinking Mahrez. So, on the basis that Mahrez doesn't start the game, I have a feeling that he will, but then I have the same feeling that he won't. So I'm very on the fence on this. On the basis that Mahrez isn't starting, I'd have played Alvarez and Grealish. And I think Grealish needs to keep playing.
Yeah.
But then also, that backs up Mahrez not playing, because Mahrez and Grealish, it just doesn't work.
Okay. So are we saying Haaland up top, Alvarez right wing, Grealish left wing?
Yeah.
And then we need to decide who's playing in the two attacking midfielders. Is that what we're saying? Is that where we're at right now?
Well, it's Kevin Bernardo, isn't it?
Is it though? A lot of people have been saying, you're playing against Copenhagen at home. Could you not play Grealish in the cam? Could you play Foden in the cam? Maybe rest Kev or Bernardo?
I don't see it. I think he'd just make changes. I think but get the game won. It's a very important game. Get the game won, and then you can maybe bring on players like in the mid. I just think Bernardo and Kev will play.
Let me ask the chat. Who?
Patrick, Palm, or Riot.
Well, I think Palmer will end up coming on because what I think will happen if this happens, I think after 60 minutes, Haaland will be subbed off, Alvarez will go striker, and Palmer will go on right wing. That's what I see happening.
Yeah. See, it's a great plan. Interesting to see Jack in that role, yeah, as well. But then in my head, I kind of think like, to be fair, if you look at against United, the space that Jack was running into was very much mid in the midfield. Do you know what I mean? He was running the show. Do you know what I mean? Driving in the midfield. So I don't know. I want to see Grealish play as a cam.
Yeah, I would like to see that as well. Maybe
I just think it's an experiment. But then maybe is Pep thinking like, I ain't doing that in this game. This is too important.
Yeah,
I'll save that kind of stuff for the last two games. I'll experiment in the last two games.
Yeah, well, I'll put the poll in the chat, guys, so let us know what you think. I'm not the real Buffy with a 5. Says Chelsea are in real danger of getting knocked out of the Champions League if they lost tonight against AC Milan. And Messi is rejoining Barcelona in July. Yeah, I've seen that about Messi. Let me have a quick look at the Group E.
They joint bottom?
They are joint bottom, playing Milan. If Milan win tonight, it all depends on the other game, to be fair. I don't think it's disastrous, but they'd be in serious especially if Dynamo Zagreb won. Dynamo Zagreb won tonight and AC Milan beat Chelsea. That then becomes a serious issue. Playing? Salzburg. So that becomes a serious issue. That might be one to keep our eye on. What time is that? That's also at 8. What? Any good games on at 5:45? Nah. No, I was just seeing if there's anything decent on at 5:45.
Also, interestingly in that is that City have sent a scout, haven't they?
To which one?
The Chelsea AC Milan game.
Have they? I didn't see that.
Our senior scout, apparently. Then again, I'm not sure on the source. But apparently, senior scout has gone to that game. So maybe Rafael Leao watch.
Yeah. Well, we did see probably about 4 weeks ago, that a source in Italy said, I think it was in Italy, said that Man City have serious interest in Rafael Leao. So that's a very interesting one.
So... Interesting one, that.
The poll, by the way, quite a lot of votes in there right now. Who plays an attacking midfielder, Kevin Bernardo or something else? So 60% of people want Kevin Bernardo, but quite a lot, 40% of the stream are saying something else. So guys, for the people that have voted something else, who is that? Who do you want?
FIFA said Palmer and Bernardo. I've seen a lot of people saying...
It's not going to be Palmer and Bernardo.
It's not, yeah, it looks...
Sympathy
there.
It'd be one of... or both of Grealish and Foden played in the mid, and then obviously if Grealish was playing in the mid, Foden would then play left wing. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think what I think will happen today, I think it'll be Gundogan, Kevin Bernardo, and then I think at 60 minutes, I think if we're winning by like 2 or 3 clear goals, I think Pep will heavily rotate. Yeah. I think he'll heavily rotate. And
I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I think people like Palmer will come on, Rico Lewis might come on unless he's in the matchday squad for the academy. Let me see if he's in the matchday squad for the academy, because they're playing in 20 minutes, actually. Team news, let's have a look. No, he's not there. So Rico Lewis is going to be with the first team tonight. So yeah, I think Rico Lewis might get some minutes there. Like I say, Ake, all these players will come on, and it'll be decent. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Sir Alan with a 3 says, "In Pep we trust." Yes, Bray.
Yes, that is true.
Owen, just be careful with the spam, mate, because you're gonna get timed out off a mod, bro. Right, so if we recap our starting 11 for tonight, we've gone for Edison in goal, Sergio Gomez at left back. We've gone Laporte and Diaz with Cancelo at right back. Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne and Bernardo start in the mid. And there's a bit of a change up top. Grealish left wing, Haaland in the striker position, but we're going to play Alvarez right wing. And I just think that team, few changes but nothing serious that will alter the style of play or alter the sort of the momentum of the team, but it also allows you to get some of them players in. It allows you to get Diaz back in, it allows you to get Gomez some minutes, Laporte, Alvarez some minutes as well, but then the team is so good enough to go and score loads of goals. Hopefully by the 60th minute, 70th minute, we'll be 3-0 up, something like that, and we can heavy rotate. Players like Palmer, Rico Lewis can come on, Foden can come on, maybe Mahrez as well. These sort of players can come on and just sort of refresh the team and get everyone, lift the whole sort of the sort of match level readiness of the players, and that's what you want, especially in this period of the season when you're playing every 3 days.
I think we've gone with a great team. I think it's a team that should beat Copenhagen. I think we're taking the game very seriously. I think that's what Pep's going to do. He's going to start strong. Like you say, rotation. I think is something that we'll definitely look at. It's something we'll definitely look at after about 60 minutes or so, or when the game's won. But until then, I think it's just got to be sticking out strong, because it just sets up this group very nicely for City if we win tonight.
Yeah.
Because, if we win tonight, and especially if Dortmund drop points...
Huge.
But then even if Dortmund don't drop points, you don't have to think about them right now, because we're doing our bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we win our games now and we top the group.
It would be it'd be amazing if Dortmund did drop points, because then we could go into match day 5 and 6 and fully chill.
Absolutely chill. Whereas now we need to really be beating Copenhagen back to back.
Yeah. But it's an interesting one. Obeyed with a $2 donation says, "Will Haaland start?" I think he will start.
I think he'll start.
I think Haaland starts tonight, but I think Pep is looking at subbing him off the pitch rapid. I think the team really, I mean, we went over Copenhagen before. They've had a poor start to the season. They're currently 11th in their league, winning 5, losing 6. Really not doing too well. I just feel like if we start that strong team, that predicted 11 that we've just gone through, then if we start that tonight, then I thoroughly believe that after 60 minutes we'll be 3-0 up. I just don't see how can we score 6 goals against United and then not score at least 3.
I think we'll be in a good position. Come half time, I think we'll be in a good position, and then we'll be able to make some changes. Which is where, like, Obeyed come in again with a 4.99. He says, "Give Rico a chance," which is where you'd see people like Rico. And he says, "Plus, I'd love Spider-Man to start next to Sane." I mean, I'd love that, but it ain't happening. As much as you're trying to manifest this, Obeyed, it's not happening, mate. Well, it's not it.
The thing is with Rico Lewis as well, if my plan is executed as I see it happening, right? The most minutes he's played for us so far is 15 when he came on against Nottingham Forest at 6-0 up. He played 8 against Bournemouth.
He could double that.
That's what I'm saying. I think tonight, if we can be 3-0 up by, or 4-0 up by 60 minutes, I'd seriously be shoving Rico Lewis on in there and saying, right, you got half an hour, show me that. Because we mentioned this before, and this is where, if you guys join me for the streams that I do with Gavin when we talk about the academy, sometimes, it depends on the position, but sometimes when a player's subbed on at such a young age, all they need to do is just not make mistakes. Like Pep Guardiola, what annoys Pep Guardiola? Losing possession stupidly. So if Rico Lewis comes on for 30 minutes, all he really has to do is just keep the ball, pass it, make the right movements and that. You don't have to do anything major. You don't have to be bombing down the wing, putting crosses in. That's not what Pep wants to see. What Pep wants to see is a level of maturity from the player that exceeds his peers at his age group, because he's like, right, that means he's a special player. So yeah, it would be great if he's not going to start the game, but it would be great if Rico Lewis could get a substantial amount of minutes, which I would think anything over sort of 15 minutes would be an improvement on his previous best, which was against Forest, and that'd be amazing for him.
This is that team that's got that Kevin Dix in it, the guy who people said yesterday to check out. So if he starts tonight, we'll get to have a little bit of a scout to see if he's a potential right back for us. If you missed the right back stream, I'd highly suggest going back watching it. We went through pretty much every reasonable right back option and the non-reasonable ones as well. It was a very good stream yesterday.
Yeah. They won their last game against AGF in the league, but before that they've struggled. 2-1 loss against Midtjylland, 0-0 draw Seville, got beat 2-1 against OB, 3-0 against Copenhagen. I mean, they got beat 3-0 against Dortmund. So come on, man. If we turn up tonight with a strong team, we wipe the floor with these.
Yeah.
Buzzing, anything else that we need to think about? We've done the starting 11, we spoke about sort of injuries, getting players minutes, we've done the whole Haaland talk, the Alvarez talk, the Grealish talk. I don't think there's anything else. I
think we're good.
Let me have a quick scan of City Extra Twitter page, see if there's anything that I've missed this morning. Referee Dontas Rumsas. So have a quick look at his stats, see what he's like with the cards. I'm sort of like heavy on checking referees at the moment. Right, okay, so...
That's because you've been doing your bets.
Yeah, but I also just like looking at it. Right, okay, so he likes the cards by the look of it, bro. He does like the cards. He refereed a Nations League B game, 1 match, 5 yellows. Nations League C game, 1 match, 5 yellows. And a Europa Conference League game, 3 yellows in a single game. How many Champions League games has he ref? He's only refereed 1 Champions League game ever.
That's pretty mad.
And that was Shakhtar versus Sheriff last year. So this is only his 2nd ever Champions League game. 4 yellow cards in that one.
Big pressure.
Big pressure for that referee. Okay, so yeah, bit of a new ref there.
Baby 2. Will we have 5 subs today? Yeah, it's 5 subs in the Champions League game. It's 5 subs pretty much everywhere now, isn't it? So it's pretty much general consensus is 5 subs. And D Saxon with a 499. I'll go strong, beat them tonight, and next week the group's done. Takes the pressure off for the last 2 games. PS played Jack in number 10 ? That's something that people keep saying. That personally, I don't see it happening, but I'd love to see it. I'd absolutely love it if Jack started in the 10 role. I'd love it, but I just don't see it happening yet. Let him get used to the left wing first.
Yeah.
let his performances go sick at left wing, and then maybe.
I would like to see it as well, but I don't think it's going to happen. And I agree with you. I just think keep him in left wing for now because he's playing so well at the moment. Buzzing. Right, okay, there we go. The next time you'll see us will be for the watch along tonight. City obviously taking on Copenhagen at home. Massive game. Match day 3. It really, if we can get the win, it really just sets the tone for the rest of the month and could allow us to rest players in later games. If you've not done so already, the thing at the bottom of the screen right now, download the new OneFootball app. It's completely free to download, and if you download it, you help support the channel, so we appreciate everyone that does it. Links in the description, pin, comment, select City as your favourite team or whoever you support, and you get all the team news, you get match previews, in-game stats, in-game commentary, match reviews, you can vote on player of the match, you can get transfer rumours, loads of stuff. It's absolutely mega, and it's completely free, and if you want to help support us, go check it out, go download it. Buzzing. Right, okay.
This stream's going to redirect straight to the watch along. So, make sure you go like the watch along, innit? Do us a solid and get the likes in before we even get there.
Yeah, there we go. Right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you tonight for the Champions League game. Match day 3. Can City get another win? 3 out of 3. We'll see you later. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.